Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy DB6. Today we'll be going over the 0.77 update, and there's a lot to go over, a lot of cool new things, and a lot of stuff I'm excited about personally. One thing I want to point out before we really get into the video is that I will be doing a lot of this with cosmetics that I can't physically do in the game. So this is mostly going to be voicing over and watching, just so you can understand why it's not necessarily me playing and commentating on exactly what I'm doing in the actual game. So first things first, let's go over the new map called Stumble Rumble. Basically, it's a large platformer that you'll be able to use a punching glove, a baseball bat, a hammer spin, and a golden glove to knock off your opponents. Now, as you can see below me, the map will end up taking itself out a little bit here and there, and it'll provide a really cool PvP situation for the map. A lot of things that maybe some of the maps don't really offer. It's kind of like if Lava Land met the Corks from My Hero and had a baby, and then you have Stumble Rumble. Sort of. A few things I forgot to mention is the hammer does a complete 360 spin for about 2 to 3 seconds. It's pretty cool, but can be volatile. I've seen it be volatile. The bat is kind of like a super punch type ability. It hits a little bit harder, throws you up in the air like max level punch type style. The punch works just like regular punch does, and I have not seen the golden punch, but it is an aspect of the game, so I look forward to seeing that. Another new map that we have is Rush Hour Endless. Now, this doesn't need much more introduction than that. We all know how the endless modes work, but it is really cool to see Rush Hour Endless come out, because I know a lot of y'all love Rush Hour, and an endless mode is just going to bring more sweats to that one. They have added a new cosmetic feel to Rush Hour with the endless mode, and instead of having a timer in the middle, they have it on the side, where your speed timer would be, but it's the opposite. It counts how long you've been. Kind of like how Laser Tracer Endless works. We also have a bunch of team modes coming in. Team modes has been taking this game over by storm. I personally love it. I think the team race maps and team game modes are pretty cool. So I can't hate on any of this. The big one that they're unveiling is the other side teams. So how this is going to work, there's going to be a maximum of 2 respawn orbs on the map at one time, and the biggest change to the other side is there's no lives now. So in the regular one you have 5 lives. In this one you'll start out with only the 1 that you get, but obviously with the respawn feature you could in essence have unlimited lives if your teammate's that good. Other team race modes are Over Under, Paint Splash, Jungle Roll, Lava Rush, Stumble Cove, Abduction Avenue, Crab's Landing, Super Pivot Slide, and Space Race. Interested to see how Jungle Roll would go. I'm excited to see Paint Splash. That's one of my favorite race maps. Stumble Cove I know is a crowd favorite race map, so I'm sure a lot of you are going to be excited about that. You can race with your friends on that one. One that I don't think is necessary is Crab's Landing, but that's my personal opinion because I can't stand that map. So one thing they added to the UI is in the Battle Pass, when you used to have to do skips, you'd use a bar slider that would just tell you how many gems and levels you go. Now you can go right to the specific thing you want and click the 2 arrows, and it'll give you a prompt how many gems that'll cost. So a little bit more sleek and smooth. I do like this update. Now, my personal favorite update about this is going to be the Stumble Workshop finally getting a little bit of extra stuff to it. So you have all these cool new features and items that you'll see being placed here. The ones I'm most excited for are Explosive Crate and the Spray Nozzle. The reason for that, I have a bunch of people that are in my streams that make some crazy workshop maps. And now that they can put TNT and the little squirt geyser thing that'll shoot you up in the air, it's going to allow them to get even more creative than they already have been, and I'm really excited to see how that goes. I will be hosting a little bit of like, give me your map and let me rate it, make it into YouTube videos. We'll do that live on stream, but yeah, I'm really excited to see how that goes. And I really like the new cosmetics. It's a big separation from the pink and blue and yellow that we've seen before. Now we got some greens, some tans. It's gonna make it more visually appealing for those who don't want to use the other original colors. So a new ability coming is called the Sticky Bomb. So how it works is you throw it and it'll stick to anything. So it'll stick to walls, floors, even opponents. When you max out this Sticky Bomb, it becomes, what they said, sentient, and it will home in on your opponent. So basically, when you throw it, if you throw it over here, likely chances the guy that's over there, if it's close to, it's going to get hit by it. Once it explodes, it reveals a little goo. It's sticky. It stops you from moving as much. It stops you from jumping as high. So it seems like a pretty broken sounding emote. Hopefully it's not that overpowered, but it is a cool kind of idea that I am intrigued about. Now, as far as emotes go, we have some new emotes. So we have the We Can Do It, the Roar, the Skull, the Sparkles, Unicorn, Shreddin', Cool Pickle, and Sad Mirko. Now, some of these are going to be allusions to the new skins that I'm about to talk about, but I think my favorite here is probably the We Can Do It, little Rosie Riveter kind of feel to it. A little throwback to the 80s. Speaking of the 80s, there's going to be Transformers coming to Stumble Guys. And the reason they're doing that is to promote the new movie Transformers 1 coming out on September 20th. So with the collab of Transformers, they're actually going back to the 80s style first cartoon look. I'm not sure if that's what the Transformers movie's about. Kind of a casual there. I didn't even know they were coming out with a movie, but should be a good one. Then we got lots of new footsteps coming, but the ones that I'm really excited about are the Peru flag and the Ecuadorian flag. And the reason for that being, it will bring even more inclusivity to the Stumble Guys World Cup, which I am a caster for USA. So that brings me joy to see other countries being represented properly. And now we get on to the new Stumblers. We have, for common, we have Snuggles, which is a version of Meowsers, but the male version. So then we have in uncommons, Croc and Rosie. And like I said before, the Rosie's like the Rosie Riveter from the old-timey poster where she's like this with the bandana. I'll probably throw it up on the screen. For rares, we have Twilly, Sir Hugo, Rena, and Armored Stumble. Out of these, Armored Stumble is probably the coolest. Everybody's getting a Gladiator skin, so that's pretty dope. For epics, we have Cluctavius, Zog, Silver Shred, Rockin' Ray, and Fire, or Fur, however you want to call it. And then we have the legendaries. So legendaries, there's a lot of legendaries, and there's a lot of cool legendaries. So we got Pickle Guy, which I know is going to be a crowd favorite. Sprinkles the Great, it's going to be overlooked. Fierce Leonidas, Gladiatron, really honing in on the Gladiator skins here. And then another crowd favorite is going to be Battle Barra. Like I said, everybody's getting a Gladiator skin. Now we're going to get into some of the really cool ones and my favorites. They're going to be shown on screen spinning around because they deserve it. We got Banana Maximus. They knew what they were doing here. This is going to be a crazy skin. I already know when people get it, they're going to main it. It's out of pocket awesome. It's out of pocketly awesome. It's going to be super funny. I don't think I've ever seen a banana sword before, but you know what? We ball. And then we get to the first Transformer, the lowest tier of them, which was one I've never even heard of. It is Alita. So she's a motorcycle. And all the Transformers, as you can see here, and I'll show for all of them, are going to be transforming. Now, I don't know if when they run, they transform, or how that's going to work. I can't wait till the full release to see exactly how that works. But the fact that they transform at all is really, really dope. And then for Mythics, we have Bumblebee, which is a crowd favorite between any movie that Bumblebee's in. We all love Bumblebee. I'm not sure exactly what car they are in the 80s one, but I know they're a car of some kind. Then we have one of my favorite Transformers, which is Megatron. In the old 80s show, he's a tank. I wish we could have gotten the jet version. Megatron as a jet is what I know him as, and I will forever know Megatron as a fighter jet. And then last but not least, the main show guy, every movie, he's the guy, Optimus Prime. always and will forever be a semi-truck. If they ever change that, God help us all. But that'll wrap up the Transformers aspect of the skins. So you get 4 Transformers, 1 Legendary, 3 Mythics. Then for the other 3 Mythics that they are rolling out, we have Queen of Crows, which I think will be a really dope skin, Mirko, and then Lady Moon. They really went crazy with the female skins. It's cool to see females get represented well in this game. They got some really dope skins. Sometimes the dudes look a little bit wonky, but they really knocked out of the park with mostly all these skins, to be honest with you. And then for specials, we have 2 specials. We have Leash, and I don't know what to think of this one. It's like if you took the Fallout demon guy, made him into a robot powered by Mr. Stumble. That's the best way I can describe this one. It's crazy. It's insane. I don't know if I like it or if I hate it. It's doing so much. It's honestly crazy. And then last but not least, probably the coolest skin of the update, it's probably not even close, is Helix. You got that iridescent RGB flavor to it. It's wrapping around in colors. It's got crazy like effects in the outside of it. This skin is dope. Like hands down, it's just dope. I probably wouldn't main it because I get too distracted looking at it, but if you get this skin, it's going to be one that you might not want to take off, and it's going to be one for the record books. So for taunts, we have Come At Me, which is going to be really good for PvP. It's going to piss a lot of people off. I might use that one just because it's going to be really toxic, and I'm slightly toxic myself. Slip, whatever. Pillow Fight, whatever. Enraged. Enraged is a emote that I didn't think would happen. And I'm not saying that like it was ever teased or anything. This is just a crazy emote. You are yelling into the sky and setting the ground on fire. If I ever get this emote, which I really hope I do, it is going to be an emote I use forever. My iconic signature emote is the Gritty. This is going to be a close second. Very easily. Just because of how I am. I know that I get mad in my games. It fits me perfectly. I have to get the Enraged taunt. It's so fun. Well, that's pretty much all I have for you. I wish I could get some gameplay on it, but I will definitely do so when this stuff drops in-game. If you liked what you saw, feel free to drop a subscribe, like, comment on the video, share it with your friends. If you want to see more videos like this, please give a like. It really helps me out a lot. I'll be rolling out a lot more Stumble Guys videos as fast as I can produce them. We also do a lot of other things on channel, so if you are curious, check us out. If not, and if you want to join my live streams, I go live on Twitch, Stumble Guys, every Tuesday and Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern. We go live for 6 hours there. We also play other games on Twitch, so feel free to check us out. If you want to join the Discord, link is in the description. And without further ado, hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see y'all in the next one.